First of all, let's talk about the celebrity boxing match that you got coming up. Tell me about that.
The boxing match that I have is May 11 in West Palm Beach, and I'm fighting Joe Rubbo, and that is going to be one hell of a fight because I'm ready.
Now, what made you decide to go into boxing?
Well, actually, I did my first boxing match last year, and it was with the Intruder, and I won that fight, and it kind of felt good. You know, I was getting off, frustrations and stuff, so that's the way I look at boxing today. It's getting stressed and getting my frustrations out in the ring.
People know you for other stuff. I mean, why boxing, of all things?
Yeah, people know me from YouTube and, acting in Medea's Christmas and doing a lot of other stuff. But boxing, it's just awesome, man. It's just like just getting your frustrations out in the ring, you know what I'm saying, where there's no hard feelings, you can just walk away. Boxing is just the thing to do that.
How'd you do in your last match?
Well, my last boxing match, I fought the Intruder, and it was crazy how that went because I originally was supposed to be fighting Michael Lohan, Lindsay Lohan's father. But my promoter, Damon, came to me and he said, "Hey, Antoine, what if I put the word out that you looking for the bed Intruder to fight you?" And I said, that's actually how we do it in the hood. Like, that'll actually be a good thing, only if he does get in contact with you or you get in contact with him. But he did a little press release thinking about finding the Intruder. And lo and behold, he got in contact with us. And he's a lot bigger than 5 years ago, but it happened.
Your last boxing match was against the Intruder, like the actual Intruder that was breaking into people's homes?
Yes, I actually did fight the bed Intruder, and everybody had been calling me and emailing me and wanting to do interviews about I should turn him over to the police. And I'm like, no, that's not how it's done where I'm from. We settle things in the hood. If we could settle it in the hood without getting the law involved, then that's all balls, and that's exactly what happened.
Now, how did you train for the last fight?
The last fight I trained with an actual boxer who was a former boxer, and I trained for 6 weeks. He really didn't want me to, put his name out there, which was fine, But yeah, I trained for 6 weeks for that boxing match.
Now, why did you agree to box Joe Rubbo?
I agreed to box Joe Rubbo because he was one of the guys who, wanted to box, and, he wanted to box me, so Damon called me and said, "Hey, Joe Rubbo want to box you in West Palm Beach. Are you down for it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm down for it. I box."
Joe Rubbo's kind of stocky. You know what I mean? He seemed like he got some mass behind him.
Yeah, Joe Rubbo, he got that weight on me. He has that, but I got height. I'm 6'4" at 170 pounds, so I got plenty of reach. So I'm in that thing.
How many fights, actual fist fights, have you gotten to in your whole life?
Oh, I had 1,000,001 fights in my lifetime. I grew up on the Southside of Chicago, and I was a gay black man. So, you fight every day. People teasing you, slapping you on your neck. They just, kids can be rude in school. And so I had to fight bullies every single day of my life, all the way into high school.
I mean, most people have maybe 2 or 3 fights.
Well, not me. Most people do have like 2 or 3 fights in their lifetime, but when you're somebody like me who grew up, was kind of shy of everybody, who didn't socialize with everybody, people tend to fight you and pick on you and thinking you're not capable of defending yourself. So I was getting it in.
How many of those fights did you win? How many of those fights did you lose?
I say I probably fought about 200 or 300 times as a teenager, and most of them fights I lost. But the ones that I did win, I won them.
So what do you think is going to happen in this fight?
What's going to happen in this fight with Joe Rubbo? Pretty much, I'm going to reach out and tag his ass, and hopefully he hit the ground, knockout. But I know he's going to give me a run for my money, and that's cool too. What's a good challenge?
What's the difference in height and weight?
Well, I'm 6'4" at 170 pounds. Joe Rubbo, they send me his stats, but I really don't know him offhand, but he's shorter than me, but he got body mass. So he got them guns, but the thing about it, can you move faster than I can?
Now, are you guys going to be wearing headgears, or is it just going to be just gloves?
I do believe that we are going to be wearing headgear, but I'm not sure. But in my first match, I did wear headgear, just given the fact that this is new to me. The boxing world is new, so I know I'm gonna have to wear headgear. A couple of boxing matches.
How much did you guys get paid to do this fight?
Let's just say that I'm comfortable and I'm satisfied.
What are some of your concerns going into this fight?
My concerns about this fight is basically I just want to be able to get out the ring. Just once the fight is over, I want to go home to my son and love on him, you know, but that's my main concern.
So, are you hoping for the knockout?
Of course I'm trying to knock him out. I am trying to knock him clean out.
I mean, do you feel bad about beating up on someone who's, you know, almost a senior citizen?
Nah, I don't feel bad about fighting Joe Rubbo because he's older, because he has the strength, the muscles, you know what I'm saying? So as to me, like fighting somebody like Danny Glover, who's not like, so that's not like physical, not saying that he's weak or nothing like that, shout out to you, but I would feel bad fighting Danny as to Joe Rubbo. I'll fight Joe Rubbo anytime.
Half the label's locked up.
Yeah.
How difficult is that to deal with, you know, in the label?
Keep pushing. We miss the homies. We wish they was out.
That's a real conversation. Nothing was scripted. That's a real conversation he was having with Orlando Scandrick. And he likes Dread. And I ended up going to their house, played her the video. The next morning she asked me to send it to her. I had no idea she was going to post it. And we woke up in the morning and the world was going crazy.